Good morning and welcome to your daily morning horoscope for Thursday, 8th January 2026 Aries. Why does being patient have to take so long? On the brink of frustration, could it have been you? Waiting has never been your strong suit. There is no question about it, and you will get through today more easily if you concentrate on finding an outlet for your pent-up frustration. A visit to the gym or a vigorous cleaning of the house will help you at this time. Taurus, we all know the adage, if at first you don't succeed, try again. But you can't help feeling that you have tried and tried and tried with no avail. All this is about to change. Taurus, as you begin to reap the fruits of your labor, you can expect to see things from a new, unusual perspective. This will allow you to sidestep the obstacles that have been blocking you recently. Pay extra attention today and make a mental note, if not a physical one, of any unusual ideas that you have. Gemini, whatever you want, you need only to ask for it, and there is a good chance that you will get it. And it's time. It seems you have been working exceptionally hard lately and you are certainly due for a raise or a promotion. Gather your thoughts, collect your supporting evidence, and ask for what you deserve. If your yen for public recognition is nagging at you, then take steps today to ensure that you get more time in the spotlight. Cancer. It's time once and for all to tie the loose ends of projects that are left undone. Much as you may dread it, think of it this way. By completing this task, you collect space for exciting new projects to come your way. Know that everything bodes well today for all things financial and professional. Perhaps you get that bonus that is due for you. Leo, junk mail and a few telephone solicitations would almost be a welcome relief for the intense communication you've been having with the people lately. All this intensity is interesting, to be sure, but also more time-consuming than you'd like. You barely have time to handle your own affairs, much less those of others. If you begin to feel yourself at the bursting point, call your own personal timeout. A shower or bath would be of a good world to you. Virgo, it isn't nearly as bad as you think. In fact, things are differently looking up for you. Of course, you'll never know that if you refuse to drag yourself out of bed to see it for yourself. Your hard work of the last few months have left you inevitably and somewhat drained, but today you begin to see the payoff. It's time to get up, get dressed, and dazzle the world with your brilliance. You know that you can do it. Libra, think of yourself as a marathon runner. You have a very long distance to travel, but the sweetness is not just in crossing the finish line, rather in relishing all the sights along the way. While your head today is overflowing with plans and ideas, you begin to feel deflated when you begin to consider all the logistics of realizing these dreams. Fret not. The planets have blessed you with an energy that is ethereal and is equal to the task, so go ahead and get it started. Scorpio, it's time for you to tap in with the inner resources that you have always known existed. Your ability to heal is extraordinary, and there's no point in denying it any longer. Your mind is like a sponge, thirsty to soak up any new knowledge or practice about the healing arts. You might spend today browsing a new age bookstore, or why not spend a relaxing hour lying flat on a table, learning from the skilled fingers of a master masseuse. Sagittarius, once begun is half done, as the saying goes. This certainly applies to you today. It's true that you have a considerable amount of work that is ahead of you, but surely you know that you can get it done. Try it as it may sound. Make a list. Know that you won't have to check it twice. It will help you break the project down into manageable chunks. It's so much easier to focus only on the next step rather than the entire Herculean task. Capricorn, how annoying when work gets in the way of pleasure, but there are times when professional opportunities are simply too good to pass up. That beguiling creature that you've had your eye on will just have to wait for another day. For now, focus on the business at hand. With the current aspect at play, the payoff will be much more tremendous. Aquarius, one disadvantage of attics is that so much junk tends to get stored up. Today is the day for you to clean the house. You've been putting things off enough, and you must face the dust and the debris of your own personal attic. Whether it's emotional messes that need cleaning up or business matters that beg for attention, know that you'll be hurting yourself and your future prospects if you delay any longer. Finally, Pisces, it seems your ship is about to come in. At least the planets seem to think so. Your years of cultivating business relationships will pay off in the form of increased sales or new business opportunities. It seems this success spills over into your personal life as well. Life on the home front has never been more serene. You are the conductor of your life, so please sway that hand. This has been your daily morning horoscope for Thursday, 8th January 2026. Do have yourself a great and wonderful day.
Well, good morning, dear RTBS viewing family. Welcome to our RTBS Morning Show. My name is Marina Alexander, and of course, we've got a wonderful show planned out for you again this morning. We've got to continue. Lisa would not want us to have it any other way. That's the type of person she was. She would say, listen, the work have to continue. So we've got to get up today, and we've got to get it happening. Let's head on over to the news department. They're doing the same as well. Let's see what they've got for us. Thank you, newsroom. Let's take a break. We'll come right back after this.
Good morning. In a major address this week, the former long-serving Prime Minister and current leader of the opposition in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, delivered a stark analysis of the geopolitical crisis unfolding right here in the Caribbean.
The American administration has said that we, in our backyard, is the Monroe Doctrine, is the Trump Corollary, is the Donroe Doctrine. And don't go against our interests, don't go against our policies. But yet we have to use the instruments which are available, and clearly the United Nations Security Council and the United Nations system. There are people who say, well, Russia and the Bolivarian Republic are good friends, and China and the Bolivarian Republic are very good friends. Realistically, do not expect Russia or China, though they would be supportive of the Bolivarian Republic, they're not going to bring troops or get engaged with the Americans in a battle in this hemisphere.
Dr. Gonsalves framed the U.S. detention of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro as far more than a bilateral dispute, warning it represents a dangerous turning point for the entire region and the world order. He also issued a grave forecast of potential consequences and called for urgent regional action. Revolution is coming to St. Lucia's streets, but the drivers who know them best say they're already one step ahead. As the government pushes a major modernization plan for the island's chaotic transit system, the powerful Grosley Minibus Association reveals they are not waiting for bureaucracy to catch up, launching their own digital pay system and traffic-busting strategies to fight congestion and protect passengers today.
Because we realize the other routes have been dragging the feet, but we've got some setbacks that I don't want to mention right now. But the government have to do what they have to do in terms of legislation to accommodate that aspect of payment. But it's something that we welcome. We think going forward, this is the better way for both the motoring public and the bus operators.
Efforts to solve the chronic overcrowding at the Grosley bus terminal remains in dialogue, according to Mr. Edward. And while he says the Ministry of Transport has received multiple proposals aimed at improving commuter turnaround, a truly effective intervention has yet to be implemented. Fury and fear are erupting on social media after shocking videos show not one but two vehicles plunging into a dark, unmarked trench in cul-de-sac, a glaring safety failure that has residents there demanding immediate action and accountability from the multi-million-dollar highway projects contractor.
Well, I just believe that they should have had some sort of information being put out there that they were going to reopen the trench. I realized there was an accident where a vehicle went down in the trench, and when I looked around, there was not adequate signage in terms of reflectors, etc.
He notes that drivers should be responsible and attentive on the road. However, he says that more must be done to ensure they remain safe under such circumstances. Dominica's Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit is urging calm and reaffirming the country's commitment to international law and regional stability as the Caribbean grapples with the fallout from the dramatic U.S. military capture of Venezuela's President Nicolas Maduro and growing geopolitical uncertainty in the region.
Dominica reiterates its call for the rule of law to be observed and for ongoing diplomatic efforts to ensure Venezuela's stability, good governance, democracy, and peace. Dominica remains steady, ready to support all such efforts. At this moment, our concern is for the well-being of the Venezuelan people. Political developments have real consequences for ordinary citizens.
Mr. Skerritt also addressed Dominica's ongoing engagement with the United States following recent visa restrictions and growing diplomatic concerns. He revealed that the two nations have reached an agreement involving the placement of third country refugees, insisting the arrangement was shaped through careful discussion to ensure national security and to maintain strong bilateral ties between the two sides. These are your top stories. Thanks for watching. Good morning.
It is that time of year again, and the Nobel Laureate Festival officially launched a couple of days ago. We spoke to the PR personnel that of Delia Dola. So we get a rounded sense as to what we can look forward to as they celebrate the 33 years of celebrating our Nobel laureates. I'm here with Delia. Delia Dola is communications and also a committee member for the Nobel Laureate Festival here in St. Lucia. Two of our very prolific, recognized international men, continues. And when a lot of people don't even know about us, but when they hear that, they relate automatically to our two icons in that of Derek Walcott and Sir Arthur Lewis. 33 years now, this body has been doing what it needs to be doing, is actually putting some spotlight on ensuring that we as St. Lucian, yes, I said we as St. Lucian, we as St. Lucian continues to understand the importance and what it is that what these two gentlemen achieved means for us as a people and a small island state at that. So this body here is vital. And like I said, Delia, moving from just probably a day of celebration or a week of celebration or 2 days of celebration to now a whole festival is certainly a step in the right direction. So we want to just tap in because we just had the official launch, and it's my understanding there's a lot of new things, a lot of more exciting things as the festival continues to evolve. More people are getting involved, and we just wanted to touch base with you, for a guide, so we can know what to look forward to in the coming weeks.
So first thing, remember our title, Celebrating Excellence, honoring our legacy, shaping our tomorrow. And that outlines what you started with when you addressed us this today. I think as St. Lucians sometimes we underestimate the power of having two Nobel laureates. And some of us were fortunate to know one of them. Some of us knew both of them. But the one that we mostly knew personally was Sir Derek Walcott, who always, when his health permitted, he always attended the launch, he always attended some of the key events, the lectures, some of the creative events that we have on. And I think it's really fitting that we think about our title where we're honoring our legacy. Our legacy is excellence, that our two Nobel laureates on this very small island have
a big deal.
Achieved. And a lot of people, when they think of coming to St. Lucia, it's not just the beauty. They think, oh my gosh, this island had two Nobel laureates. So we have to keep that standard. So when our visitors come in, we show them why we have those excellence. And that's what the festival is all about. Right. It's about celebrating not just our Nobel laureates, not just the legacy they've left for us, but saying, let us take that and shape it. Let us ensure that it doesn't matter what it is that you think you are excellent in, let's celebrate. And I've said this time and time again, if you are a good baker, bake us a cake, bake us some bread. Oh, yes. Show us how excellent you are. Talk about it. If you are someone who is in the creative area in terms of artistry, I mean, look at Paint the Village. It started a few years ago. It started as a morning, then it went into a day, and now, this year, we're celebrating 2 days. Why 2 days? Because, of course, people kept going into library. People were saying, oh my gosh, I really enjoyed it. And it grew and grew. So now it's 2 days. So if you're thinking, oh, that's the first I've heard of this, well, you go onto our Facebook page, Nobel Laureate Festival St. Lucia, and all the details, all the information will be there. But what I'll say is the 2 days are different. There is transportation from the square taking you to the area where people are painting. It's for families. It's for people who just want to draw something. It's for the acknowledged, acclaimed artists as well. Bring your crayons, bring everything that you need, and paint. That's one of the events. But there are so many events. I'm sure that you inform everyone along the way, because we've started and we end on the 3rd of February.
Nice.
And one of the other events that have grown and grown is the church service.
Right.
And normally the church service is the day before we launch to bless our festival.
Right.
But this time, because again, things have grown, we had to do it on the 18th of January. So it's going to be in the next couple of Sundays. And that's grown. And that's also a family event. We have the church service and then we have the breakfast, which is always wonderful. So they're just different things. Of course, the lectures.
We look forward to that a lot.
Yes.
It's a lot too many to mention in our one interview. But again, we'd like you to reiterate where we can get the information, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of information in the coming weeks as well.
Yes. Well, the best way is if you text us on 284-2111. If you just say program, we will text you the program. Okay?
Awesome.
Or you can email us at LF2026, so Nobel Laureate Festival 2026,
Right.
at ddmediarelations.com, or you can go to the Facebook page, which is Nobel Laureate Festival St. Lucia, spelt out all in full, Nobel Laureate Festival St. Lucia. And just to remind everyone, most of the events are free.
Yeah.
They're free, so we're not saying come and spend, we're saying come, bring your family, bring your friends, and also we do have a lot of the events, like the lectures, are going to be online.
Right.
So you can share the links to your family and friends at home and abroad if you're not able to attend some of the events.
Wonderful. Well, Delia, we look forward to a bumper celebration again. 33 years. This is the 33rd year. So we definitely going in grand, and we look forward to what's to come. Thank you again.
And thank you so much for DBS for always being there with us.
Absolutely. It's our mandate.
Thank you.
Well, there's a number of entities and bodies coming together to ensure that this festival is as complete as it should be. And the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College is also very instrumental in ensuring the sustainability of the history, but also celebrating and entrenching in the youths the importance of that level of excellence. So Sir Arthur Lewis is on board as well. Well, we can't talk. We made mention. Sir Arthur Lewis is playing a very vital role, as they should, in the Nobel Laureate Festival. I mean, come on, it makes sense, right? We talk about continuity. We talk about the importance of indulging our children, our young ones, if we are to preserve our history. And what the best way to do it? Get our children involved in the actual history itself, and let them run with it. Tracy here is as part of the committee. You're actually acting chair.
I'm the chair for the activities of the College of Sir Arthur
Right,
Lewis, because the
absolutely.
chair is Dame Paulette Louise.
Right, so you're
Yes.
the chair for the Sir Arthur Lewis leg.
Yes, correct.
Awesome, perfect. So we want to know, because we know over the years, we've been here with you guys over the years for this festival, and Sir Arthur normally really don't take this lightly at all, as they shouldn't, because namesake. You get me?
Two namesakes.
Two
But don't
namesakes.
forget we've got the library,
the Derek Walcott Library.
That's
So
correct.
yes, namesakes indeed. And you guys definitely take a very, very brave and bold and very passionate approach towards ensuring that these festivals or this recognition is not treated as a bypass. You know, you guys, from the lecturers, the people you've been chosen, we're hearing about the lecture that you're going to be having and who is going to be presenting, and we are really excited. So it just goes to show what I just said. You know, it's not something taken lightly by the South Louis. So we want you to break it all down to us. Of course, we're going to be coming back and probably meeting with some of the people who are, you know, entrenched in the various activities. But we wanted to generalize it for us as what we can be looking forward to this year from South.
Excellent. So this year we actually have 5 events that are going to be happening at the college.
Nice.
So the first event takes place on the 22nd of January at the Admin Finance Center, and that's downtown Castries. And that is our annual Sir Arthur Lewis Memorial Lecture. This year we feature a world-renowned economist, and his name is Sir Tim Besley. So it's an interesting story because we invited him to come to St. Lucia, and he was super excited because his focus of study is Sir Arthur Lewis, but he has never been to St. Lucia. So he is thrilled to be able to come down. So he's actually booked a vacation, and during his vacation he will be delivering this keynote lecture. So that happens at 7:30 in the evening. It is open to the public, and we're really looking forward to hosting him and to listening to this different perspective because he's actually a professor at the London School of Economics. Wow. The following day, we have our annual wreath-laying ceremony where it is actually for invite only. So we have government officials, members of the diplomatic corps, former principals, staff, students, etc. And they're invited to come, and we have wreath-laying. So that means that because on campus, and we always boast about that, the only college in the world with 2 Nobel laureates buried. Yes. And so we have this ceremony where we have a keynote speaker as well. And this year we're having our keynote. Her name is Dr. Althea, and I cannot remember her last name. Please forgive me for that. And and she will be there. And then we have the family members of both Nobel laureates who are going to be laying wreaths. Oh, nice. The following week we're having a huge activity that the librarian Kathy Birch McDermott is responsible for, where we have invited over 40 local authors, and we're looking at authors from primary, secondary, tertiary. Yes. Authors who are St. Lucian, who will be here on campus showcasing their work, giving people an opportunity to speak to the authors as well as purchase their books. We're inviting students from primary, secondary, lifelong learners, just people from around St. Lucia to come and to support this event. Every hour on the hour, we're also going to be having various authors share their works, reading from their works, and talking about what it means to be an author, you know, that process of authorship. We're also going to be highlighting our students in terms of cultural activities. So we have our masquerade dancers, our spoken word artists, etc. We have bouncy castles for the primary school students and the preschoolers, because last year we had some preschoolers. We have our students who are part of clubs and sporting activities, vending, and we've invited a number of stakeholders in the community to come out, support this event. It's from 9 in the morning to about 6 o'clock in the afternoon. So, you know, it's a great opportunity to purchase books, interact with local authors. So just follow us on our social media pages, Facebook and Instagram, nice. And you will see the various authors. After that, our last event before the last would be Helen's Daughters. We've partnered with Keithlin Carew.
Absolutely. I saw that one. That's interesting.
Yeah, because we've got a farm.
Yes.
We've got students who are studying agriculture. Absolutely. And Helen's Daughters generously sponsors a scholarship, 2 scholarships every year to 2 females who are studying anything to do. Yes. That's correct, with agriculture. So it gives us an opportunity when we're looking about sustainable development and food security to be able to showcase what the college is doing. Right. So we're very happy to partner with Helen's Daughters. And our final activity, which is a virtual activity, is to highlight, we call it excellence, SALCC excellence. Oh. So persons who are have acquired their PhDs, persons who have excelled in sports, in the creative industries, are going to be highlighted in short videos.
Oh, nice.
And so we'll be releasing a video every week highlighting what is excellent about the college, our staff, and our students. Oh. And I think last year we highlighted an alum, and we hopefully will be able to do that as well. So we're working with our communications team to be able to do that. And so we're entrenched in everything Nobel laureate.
Yes.
And we really want to thank DBS for coming and conducting this interview. You guys are always supportive, Maureen, and I'm really appreciative of that. And we hope we want to invite all of St. Lucia to come and participate in all of these events because it is for you. It is for our people to highlight what is excellent about us at the college, but also what is excellent about St. Lucians.
Absolutely. Well, Tracy, well said. I mean, when you're media trained, you don't need anybody to guide you along to anything. I think we got the message loud and clear. But like I said, what an extensive and what a very thought of program that you have put together. So I want to say commendation to you and your team. I like well, you know, I like a lot of bacchanal. So I like the all day one with the library, because what I have learned over the time is not every child is going to be the academia driven child. So you got to find ways. Now that little one there is going to ensure that the others who are not so inclined to go and sit at the lecture will actually get involved and still leave with the message. You know, so I think you guys have really put together a complete set of activities, and we look forward to the unfolding of them. We look forward to talking to some of the lecturers and the persons involved as well. So you, DBS viewers, certainly will be doing just that, tapping into some more energy. But thank you again, Tracy, for enlightening us.
You're welcome.
Wonderful.
All right, wonderful. Welcome.
Tell you, man, we get excited when we meet our everyday people here, like Auntie Geraldine Pierre here. Auntie, now listen, I know you've been doing this for a while now, don't? How long you been doing this, though?
Around 29.
29 years, and that is older than me, you know. I stick it to that. Auntie Geraldine, you have been in this business for quite some time. You are a very vital part because tourism is one of our major economic income generators. You've been doing this for 29 years. Now tell me about how you got into this. This is what you wanted to do. Your mommy was doing it before and you just started, or you started this on your own?
I started on my own.
Look at woman. You see why that is woman. Auntie Geraldine, what made you start this? Where did the passion come from? What you started with? How the thing started?
Well, I was doing nanny for some people and they wasn't paying well.
Right.
So I started to do my little business. I started up in Janaury, and after that I come to Castries and I started, and I there up to now.
Right now, Auntie, you started real small. I know that. Yeah, you started, what was the first set of things you started to sell? Do you remember?
It's like 60 shirts,
right.
Like a few shot glasses,
right?
And after I take that money and I
invested more.
Yes,
well,
yes.
You see, woman, that is, you see this women, this economic-driven women, this entrepreneurial women who started all what you think you know now. Now, mommy, now you started there, and I'm looking at your table, and the extensive amount of things that I see that you now carry is quite amazing. And you've been there for 29 years, which means it's sustaining you, eh? You have kids?
6.
And you just put them to school, don't? I hope they respect that, no?
Of course, yes.
Any one of them showing interest in the business?
No, because none of them are, some of them are over.
They travel.
They travel. I have one in New Jersey, one in Martinique, one in Texas, and...
Right. And you're okay with that?
Okay,
let them do their thing.
Yes.
So, but mommy, what happens when you decide you want to put up your little foot in the living room and don't do that no more? Who's going to continue the business that kept the family together for so long? Do you believe there should be, somebody to continue it? What's your thoughts on that?
Maybe my relative, but none of them don't want to.
Interested.
They're not interested.
Wow. Why do you think that is, though, mommy?
I don't really.
Yeah, because I'll tell you what I think it is, mommy. Let me have some serious heart-to-heart conversation. I think many a times, because of how society has, brainwashed us, we tend to look at things like that as, the lower end of societal, acceptance. Oh, mommy selling by the market, or mommy doing that. And if we were to be honest with ourselves as life continues to go along with us, well, that's my opinion. These are the real champions. These are the real bosses and real MVPs of the country. These are people who are spinning their own role, making their own money, in charge of their own timing. So I think it's a very unfortunate myth that people has when they start to look at this thing and say, oh boy, it puts me at school and take, I'm not knocking your children. I'm just saying most of the times, and people don't see the need to keep pouring back into it. And I think this is something that we need to have a serious heart-to-heart with for ourselves. Mommy, you would like to see that? For something that you put so much effort into, Mommy.
Yes.
Take it from there, bring it to here, send all your children to school, living nice and comfortable, looking nice in your little old age, right? You would like to see this continue, like you just finish and it just dies there. That will hurt your heart, don't?
Of course.
Oh, so we have to do something about that, guys. Now, you here today, the season is on, back up. What has been the business like for you?
Well,
some days, generally,
complain.
what some days is it can be a tough day, another day. So how do you deal with the low days to give you motivation to come back? Because me, as a kind of person, if I come here 2 days and think I look nice, I pack it up, But that is me. So what keeps you coming back?
Sometimes you made it, sometimes you don't. So that's the reason why I still continue coming back.
Right.
Because you never know when you will make a big...
When the big money gonna come.
That's
Say
right.
it so, Mommy. Say you don't know when the big money gonna come in. Well, you know what? We want to take the opportunity to say thank you first, because it might look like you started a business for yourself, but the fact that you're providing and pouring into the hospitality industry, you're actually doing your country some justice by you taking on that mantle. So we want to say thank you on behalf of St. Lucia. And we want you around for our next 29 years. I have the feeling we go get that. But you know what? In the meantime, I'm putting a call outside there. Children, grandchildren, somebody needs to come and take the wheel. We ain't letting the business go down like that. We can't afford to let that happen. But thank you very much. And we want to take the opportunity to wish you the very best moving forward in this year as well.
You too, you as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Mommy, I want to put a big kiss on you. Can I?
Yes.
Mwah, you're darling. And you know what the morning show is about. It's about getting you started on the right note, inspiring you. And what better way to inspire you than waking up and being greeted with this awesome view right here. This is your home. This is the beautiful Helen of the West. This is yours. Absolutely yours. From the view on the morn to your living room or wherever it is, go on out and have an inspired day today. And let's do it again tomorrow.